Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Um, Today I want to talk about the Colorado shooting at the gay nightclub. And I wanted to play a clip and then I'll come back and go over some things that I learned about the shooter. And so right now, let me see if I can add this screen in and we can get started. I hope everybody's having a great day today. It's been pretty busy for me. And I think I'm able to share it.
I have to tell you that we had a shooting in Colton. Got an initial phone call at about 11:57. Immediately responded to the area. And they take, but I can tell you that we have 18 injured and 5 deceased. That number is subject to ambulance and police cruisers. The hospitals are helping us to notify family of the injured to let them know. The fire department was extremely active in the
Okay. The shooting that took place in Colorado, uh, they want to consider it as a hate crime. I think the FBI is stepping in to help assist the local police because there was 5 people that was killed, 18 that was injured, and the gunman he's got hurt. He was 22-year-old Anderson Lee Aldrich. And the club was Club Q, and it's a LGBT club. And what I found out is that last night they were hosting a drag show and dance party, and the gunman just walked in the nightclub and just started shooting um, for no apparent reason. Uh, but he was injured, and they commend the two people that stepped up and tackled him to stop him from killing because I guess it could have been worse. They said that they did think that the suspect was the same guy that had a felony from last year uh, for threatening and kidnapping in connection with a 2021 bomb threat last year in the city. But they were still investigating that. And so this is allegedly. Uh, and the president spoke out on this. Uh, President Joe Biden, and he said that we cannot tolerate hate anymore. It's enough of it. And so I have to totally agree with that. He said places are supposed to be, this was Joe Biden's statement, President Joe Biden's statement. He said places that are supposed to be safe space and acceptance and celebrated should never be turned into a place of terror and violence. Yet it happens far too often. We must drive we must drive out the inequalities that contribute to violence against the LGBTQ community. The police chief wanted to thank the people that stopped him from shooting. I take my hats off to them as well. I also want to send my condolences to the families that lost family members. Um, the people that are in the hospital, I pray that everybody's okay and nobody, not another life is lost due to this tragedy. But with 18 people injured, I think some of the news that I was hearing was saying some are critical and some are okay, but they didn't know for sure because it just happened. So they were trying to notify the families from the hospital. But they said the suspect had two firearms that was found at the scene, and he also had used a long rifle. They're not sure what his motives was for shooting, but the FBI stepped in because they're trying to look at it as a hate crime. And so the FBI is going to assist the police with the investigation to see if it was a hate crime. Because why would you go into a nightclub and just start shooting on the rampage? They were hosting a dance party at the nightclub to celebrate Transgender Day of Remembrance. So that was the event at the nightclub before the shooting took place. And they said after then, one of the guys that was talking was saying that people just started running everywhere. And I think he had went into the club dressing room. But he said when he came back out the club dressing room, he was just seeing people on the floors, scattered glass, cups everywhere, and people in tears and crying. And so my heart goes out to the family um, who lost their kids. I think people fail to realize that when shootings take place, regardless of who gets shot, these people have families. They have mothers, fathers, and sisters, and brothers. So it devastates the whole community there, especially when it's seen. possibly as a hate crime. There's too much hate going on in our world and not enough love. So I choose to stand with love. And I hope everybody else will start. We have got to get that message across. There's too much hate in our society, and it's enough of it, you know. I can't hate you because at the end of the day, you're somebody's child. And what that child does with his life is their business. But I can't hate you. And I think it's sad that people are got so much hate in their heart against somebody that you don't even know. But he was injured. I think the gunman is at the hospital and the police are guarding him to make sure he's safe before they take him. Well, he's in custody, but I guess they got him in a certain part of the hospital. And so, as far as the family that lost their loved ones, um, I don't quite know who lost their lives yet. So I'm waiting to hear more as time goes on as what happened. And as soon as I heard that, I would definitely probably come back and do a update. But that's all I know for now. And I just wanted to send my condolences to the family that lost their loved ones. And I want to agree with the president. It's enough hate. It's too much of it. It needs to stop. Um, so my heart goes out. All right, I'll come back when I do something else. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe to my channel.